Shop Talk is filmed at 1009 Kingston Road in Toronto.
We're learning new details about the life of a Toronto landscaper who police allege is a serial killer.
He lives right up the street.
No. He lives up the street from here?
Yeah, he lives in Thorncliffe. Thorncliffe's not that far.
Okay, no problem.
No, it's not. No, Thorncliffe is just right there.
Okay, Pete, so catch me up, because I've been completely in the dark. What have you heard so far?
So for us, I get a lot of information from the barbershop. Yeah. This is where the true information comes from.
Come on.
So what I understand, there was 3 people missing, right? From the gay village. They've been looking for these guys for months.
Yeah.
Unless it's carrying themselves.
And they found, for some reason, they followed this guy, McArthur or whatever. Followed him home because they were suspicious of him. Followed him home. Apparently, there was another guy tied to his bed at the time when they broke into his apartment. There was a guy in the bed. And then we just found out today. So they ended up charging McArthur.
Yeah.
And the cops went to his house. So they've been looking around all these different properties because McArthur is a landscaper apparently.
Are you okay?
So he's burying body parts in all these people's property that he does landscaping from.
About? So
body parts buried in their flower pots and in their backyards.
They know that now because he's
They just found this out. No, he hasn't admitted anything. Oh dear. He hasn't admitted anything. I think they found blood somewhere.
Okay.
Is why he got charged or whatever for murder. They haven't found any bodies yet. Until recently, they just started finding body parts. They haven't identified who the parts belong to yet. But they're combing through his house, all the people that he does business with, looking for bodies.
Crazy. When did the story start?
It was like 2 weeks ago? No,
I think so, yeah.
Maybe a month ago, probably.
What's scary is that, yeah, I haven't heard too much about it either.
13th,
January 18th.
But the guys were missing since what, December?
No, some of the people have been missing. They're going back as far as 2010 now. They think, and they've officially called him a serial killer. So they now have 5 people for sure that they know he is responsible for.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be careful out there, and they're out here worrying about sexual misconduct.
I knew you were going to bring it back to that.
But there's real stuff going on, though. You know what I'm saying? And
you don't have any big vehicles.
I've experienced this before, where you're on like a date line or whatever, chat line.
Yeah.
Used to that.
And these people will come, these girls will come to your house.
Yeah. Right?
Almost always have.
That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
That's become the culture, is the thing.
The reason why McArthur met these guys is because they were answering. What he was fishing. So he's from dating sites.
Tinder, Grindr.
Yeah, these are all from dating sites.
And also male street workers, I think he also was targeting.
You probably have more artistic talent.
You got to be careful out here. Women out there needs to be careful, man. Don't just be showing up at strange people's houses because you answered an ad on Tinder or whatever. You know what I mean? The guy looked cute. Like I said, the latest was the guy found inside his wall.
No, that's not.
No? Well, that's what. It just happened.
What's that?
It just happened.
We looked for breaking news on that. We didn't see it.
Yeah, it just happened before. What's that guy's name you just cut?
McArthur.
You right? Oh, Devin?
Scotian guy.
Yeah. He said he just saw it before he came here.
It's been going on since January 13th.
I say I barely watched it. I barely watched it.
No, I know. That's probably also like part of the story. The fact that like this huge of a story could happen, and I had no idea, like none whatsoever.
It's been 2 weeks now. Over 2 weeks.
It's crazy.
What's going on? You could have been a victim too.
Well, the
That's the worst part. I could have been a darn victim
You could have been a victim.
No joke. Like I gotta check into
yeah,
CP24.
You gotta see what's going on around. Yeah.
You notice too that they took the newspapers out of the train stations.
I'm actually surprised they still have newspapers.
Really?
They still make money? Like how?
Not as much.
Nobody who reads the newspaper.
No, I know.
They'll make most of their money on advertisements. Mostly.
Yeah.
Or you do that online.
Maybe I used to read the Metro on the subway. It's all advertisements.
Right.
Yeah.
My mom was an avid Star reader, and she even canceled her Star subscription.
The Star.
Because it's all old stuff. Like by the time Sorry, newspapers. By the time they print it, then you've already online. You know the stories, like for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of the story with this guy is that people at least because things were noticed in the gay village.
Yeah.
Activists in the community were saying, we got a crazy on our hands. We got something really serious, and the cops were very public about saying we don't think it's a serial issue. We don't think it's a one-off. And now what we know is that they had in fact more information than they were leading on, and misleading the public. So
bigotry led to like more crime than necessary.
Potentially.
Can't overlook things, you know? Gotta be careful. There's people who are in disguise. You never really know.
Yep.
You never really know. A normal person could be a suspect, right? Like
oh, Brian, just gave me shivers there. You don't say. No, I know. And landscaper, this is somebody who it's his job to have access to your house, and you know what I mean.
You trust him.
Yeah.
You trust him. Yeah.
No one else is
You're not watching him. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're not watching over the guy.
Exactly which door to open, and if it's open at night, you know.
You might want to do your own landscaping.
At least do a little research on who's coming to your house, though.
Yeah, always.
Well, my thing here too is because they brought it on the news, and I appreciate because we wouldn't be talking about it right now, right? But you're giving other people ideas. That's my thing with it. You know what I mean? You're like advertising.
Copycat stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where he screwed up. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it a little different.
Very chilling.
This is the world we live in.
I don't think we really even know about the world we live in.
No,
Because
it's
who would
true.
imagine that some landscaper, the guy that shows up at your house, has some guy in his walls.
And if
hey, Pete, here's $100 tip. You know what I mean?
That was cool. That guy
Yeah. Such a great guy, that guy. Honest, hardworking.
How does he sleep? How does he eat? He just chopped up a person's butt. Obviously, it's mental health.
Oh.
But still, he shows up at your door. You don't look.
A little bit more than mental health.
Yeah, we wouldn't want him to
Almost
get
every
off
average person
on
has
like
mental
saying.
health problems, right? Yeah.
You would never know though. If the guy knocked at your door to do some landscaping for you, he obviously looks like he's professional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't be suspicious of him.
Rugged, he still looks like a landscaper.
That's it. Like there's no bad look for him.
You know what's messed up though? And I just thought about this. If a guy showed up at your door with his pants sagging, and he said he was a landscaper, would you let him in? Would you give him a job? Probably not, eh? Probably not. But you gave it to that guy. Look what this guy did.
Depends.
So you can't judge a book by its cover. You'll never judge a book by its cover. That's what I learned from all this.
What has the gay community been vocal like these past 3 weeks? What have they been saying?
Well, they've been on the case for forever because they believe that there's a serial killer forever. So finally, the police were investigating, and apparently in the community they were saying this guy was already a suspect amongst people that I had heard. I don't know if this is true, that he had been barred from, I believe, zippers.
Oh wow!
For inappropriate behavior. He was barred or banned from the village for other problems before, like many years ago. Like he's already been, like the community themselves have been doing their own buddy system because they've already felt that there was a serial killer on the loose. So I mean, this is all news that I'm hearing in the news, so I don't know what is true and what isn't, but apparently the community itself has been up in arms for quite a number of years.
Pete, if they let him go on insanity, insanity plea. He's got people on his walls, people tied to his bed, body parts across Toronto. Insanity.
Just like a thing here.
Is it that simple to just claim insanity? I don't know if it's that easy. Because how come Paul Bernardo didn't do that? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Times, though.
Did they speak about like who he was in his real life? Like, is this a married guy? Is this somebody that's living like as a heterosexual?
Yeah, he was married, has kids, has grandkids. Apparently he has kids, grandkids. I don't think he's any longer married, but his sister was interviewed and completely shocked. Friends were completely shocked. The lady who he rented the garage from to store his stuff, everybody's in complete shock.
Their life is done.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, if my mom's on the news, like enough people
they'll know.
No. Like to say,
oh my God.
Even just your cousins, even just immediate family.
True. And then they're going to spread it.
Has to spread.
Yeah. Man. Wow.
I don't know about insanity pleas. Bri, if he gets off on insanity or if he pleads insanity,
Oh, that guy's never getting
Oh, that'd be pure. That'd be.
What about the guy? But there was the guy that decapitated him. Sorry to be so graphic, but he got away with the insanity plea, and he's out today.
Edmonton.
He's free today.
Is he free?
Yeah, he got out. He got
Got out
out.
of jail?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta stop
Maybe
with
he's
that,
in an
bro.
insane asylum or something. He can't be walking around free.
No, I thought he was free.
I hope not. I hope that's not what they're doing. Just let him out of jail. Like, the guy cut someone's head off
I know. No, I remember being afraid. I remember hearing that he was
Yeah.
like completely out.
for no reason. Like he just snapped.
Edmonton
Yeah.
Sun or something.
Said someone told him to do it, right? The devil told him to do it or something.
Yeah.
Wow, that's how easy it is.
There should still be like some kind of penalization or like stuff like that. You know, you can't just be like, oh, it was crazy.
Yeah. So even if you try to plead insane, you're still serving some time.
Like,
but
yo, you gotta
that's-
go into like some kind of recovery or something for at least like 10 years, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
The
come
problem
on.
is we haven't mastered recovery. We don't do recovery.
No. It's true.
There is actually no rehabilitation. Could you see it being justifiable for him to get the death penalty?
They do that? They should bring that back.
If I know we don't do that, but would you guys
Should he?
find it fair if he got the death penalty?
Absolutely. For that reason? For what he's been doing? Yeah.
If you beheaded someone, that's a different story. I don't believe.
No, I'm talking about this story, this case,
Oh.
the MacArthur case. Bodies in gardens.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
Death
I don't
penalty?
know how to say it. I wouldn't really have a response to that, but I think it's pretty messed up.
I think there's a lot more that's going to be uncovered. I think he's been doing it for a lot longer than what we even know at this point. Because
Yeah, for
from
sure.
what's coming out right now, this is just the beginnings of their investigation. And they're just releasing what they're telling us. So what they're telling us on the media is probably very tame compared to all the evidence they've compiled already.
Would the death penalty for somebody like this be too harsh, or?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think the death penalty will be him being incarcerated the rest of his life. Somebody else will probably take care of that.
They'll protect that guy.
Yeah, he can't beat up if he goes to regular jail.
They can't put it
Who, Paul Bernardo?
Well, no.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
Paul Bernardo too?
definitely in protective custody.
Yeah, Paul Bernardo has to stay in PC. You can't go there. Can't go in population. There's no way. They'll kill that guy. That guy destroys families. Just like MacArthur.
Yeah.
Holy. Well, seriously, yeah. Pay attention to what's going on in your city. And be careful. And always, yeah, like, always tell people where you're going. Because that was a big part of this whole case, too, where this, those guys that went missing, people didn't know where they went. No one had any idea who they were meeting or whatever. You need to tell people where you're going and be careful out there. This is Pete Cutter from Cut and Run. Thank you for watching another week of Chop Talk. Please subscribe.
I did it.